Today we're going to kind of go through what I've been seeing my whole life, and it's not just personally, but also in the church and in our communities, and it's the schism. And the schism we all struggle with, and that's how much grace do we lean on that's given from God through faith through Jesus Christ, and how much of that law that he asks us and expects us to obey do we really lean against? Because if we're leaning too much on one side versus the other, we start to find ourselves in very tough situations. And we might find that from time to time, like in my testimony, I talked about faith and obedience through faith. But today, you can have faith without obedience. You can lean so much to the law that you forget to have faith in Christ. No matter which side of the schism we go on, it ends up being the same problem. We forget Christ. That we can end up having so much grace that we love our neighbor as ourselves, that we check that box, being culturally Christian. And that culturally Christian means I'm now a grace legalist, because I'm legally bound to go along to get along. I leave you alone, you leave me alone, and we check that box, and don't hold me accountable to anything. But I'll tell you what, if we don't accept the accountability from Jesus Christ today, that accountability is going to come. And that's why we have ourselves finding ourselves, look, wait a minute, we got to hold ourselves accountable to the law. But the same problem starts to happen. And there's people out there that they're waiting for the right climate in which to flourish. They say, you guys are being grace-filled. You guys are going along and getting along, but there's so much chaos in the world. People don't know what's right from wrong anymore. People want to say, I love, but they love anything. They love lamp. Is that the right kind of love? No, we know that following the law is not love. But people want to gravitate to that because it's easy to check off those boxes. And we start seeing the schism coming together, and not the way we want, but in a way where the law starts telling the people with grace and mercy what to do.